One of the things, and I just recently had a consult that, or a couple consults where people are like, hey, I just want to do a will versus a trust. And a will is great if you want to deviate from the state's distribution, right? What they've deemed when someone passes away, it's going to go to the kids if they were, single. And I've had multiple consults here lately where that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to put a will together because that's what they thought the adult thing to do was. And when through this process, asking, hey, who do you want your stuff to go to? Well, I've got an only child. I want everything to go to that only child. And, I sit down and I'm very, very honest with people and saying, the state's already said your only child's going to get everything that you have. So I'm not really helping people at that point. If I'm going to draft a will that leaves it to the same child that would get it, but for the will. So, having a discussion as to why a trust is important, if they've got the assets on that would go through probate, is that trust is going to save your family money, right? And that's the tool that the state allows you to put together so that you can avoid probates. Will it's really intended to utilize to deviate from what the state has deemed. So if you don't want to leave anything to your kids and you want to give everything to charity, a will would be the appropriate tool for that. But I would even go further if you're to that point, just go ahead and do a trust. A trust is much more difficult to contest. Right? A will, you have to submit to the probate court, and someone just needs to show up and raise their hand, say, I contest. And now litigation costs and the probate are going to go up, right? So whereas a trust, it's a lot more difficult. People don't necessarily want to front a lot of money to contest a trust. So I don't think that's not happening as often. So, a discussion of will versus trust is do a trust if you passed away, if your estate would go through probate, put a trust together, not leave it just to a will.